Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a reaction video to the Indian Matchmaker. I started reacting to episode 1 to 4 on my IG stories, and then I was like, you know what, I should turn this into a YouTube video so we can all comment down below and have all of our opinions. If you have not watched Indian Matchmaking on Netflix, go and watch it and then join in on the conversation. This is going to be a lot of spoiler alerts, so if you have not watched it, please don't watch this video because then you're going to get mad because there's a lot of spoiler alerts. This is strictly for people who have already watched it, so love you so much. I am on episode 5 and I'm towards the end. So as we've all seen, Akshay's mother is a nightmare. First of all, Akshay's crazy. Akshay is a child. Akshay is a little boy. He is not ready to get married. The fact that his mother is forcing him to get married, and it's not even like forcing him to get married. It's like rapid marriage, rapid. Fair girl, fast. That's all she says. She's FF. She's fair and fast. That's all she cares about. Fair and fast. And final decision. Final decision is mine. That's Akshay's mom. And that death stare that she gives, that death stare. Like, let me show you guys this death stare. That death stare is scary. That's...
You and Papa decide. Then me and Papa will finalize. Final decision is mine, no? Good. Thank you.
Okay, Akshay's dad. Akshay knows it. Everybody, we need a campaign. Save Akshay. Save Akshay. Okay, now we're on Vyasar, episode 5. Oh, Vyasar, I really like you. You're so sweet. He's like the ideal guy. Like, he's a really sweet guy. And Manisha is basically, I just want you guys to know, like, we often as Indian community, me being a Desi female, we shit on the Desi men. We do. We really do. But there are some really good Desi men out there, and then there's also some nightmare Desi women out there. Manisha literally doesn't want to be with them because career opportunities are not, like, matching with her. That's what I got from it. And it's like, dude, but he's a good guy. And I feel like sometimes career is, like, such a big thing for females that we miss the good guys because they don't have an ambitious career. I mean, ideally we would want both, right? A really good guy with ambitious careers and ambitious, and you're as ambitious as him. But sometimes you can literally marry a man with like the best career ever and he's a shitty person. I think the focus should always be on a good person and a career can be developed. Manisha, your loss. Sima finally said she did not use fair, thin, and tall as a reason for another guy and a girl to click. She actually used actual values. Yes, Sima, I see progress. I see progress. Rashi is entering the building. I'm excited to know this girl because Aparna was disappointing. And is she going to continue to be in this show? Because I'm having a problem with her. Oh my goodness. I like Rashi and I like her brother. Rashi and her brother remind me of me and my older brother. We're very much the same. My older brother's a lot like Rashi's brother. He's like very chill, relaxed, and always has like more of a funny outlook on things. So this is really nice. It's really nice to see this different perspective. And she's from Pasadena, so this is kind of cool. I'm really close to Pasadena, so Rashi seems really nice. I don't like that Rashi is like, it takes a lot to make this look good. Like, she's putting herself down a lot, which is kind of sucky. I don't like that part. Sorry, Rashi, but you're a gorgeous girl. You shouldn't put yourself down. Okay, guys, I am on episode 6 now, and we're starting with Rashi meeting Vyasar. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but... Leave your shoes at the front door. Rashi did good. She left her shoes at the front door. Vyasar was modest. He was like, no, you can use your shoes. But then she said, I know you guys don't like shoes in your house. I'm going to leave them here. That's cute.
Things didn't work between Vyasar and Manisha, but I'm very much excited that Vyasar is meeting Rashi. They both have similar qualities. They both have sense of humor and they are jolly.
So this... Sima, we all know what jolly means. We all know. At least I do. When you say they both have sense of humor, They both are jolly. You said they're both fat. Jolly equals fat in the Desi community. So don't even think that Sima's changed. Sima's not changed. Sima crazy. Sima, I hope you watch back and you're like, you know, showing your friends. And, you know, because, you know, that's what Desi women do. We sit down and we be like, Dekho ji, hum Netflix mein hai. And you're showing them, you know. You probably aren't correcting yourself because your friends are probably also have the same behavior as you do. But I hope you know that some of your things that you said were wrong. You need to take out fair. Like, stop telling men that, oh, we're going to find you a fair girl. Be like, I'm sorry, I don't look for women based on color. That's what you should be saying. I don't match people based on skin color. Sima. Okay, Vyasar is, oh my gosh, why do I like him so much? He was clapping for Rashi when she was like, I just graduated from veterinary school, and he was clapping for her. He's not even like with her yet, but he's still supporting her. Those are the things that you guys always need to look out for. It's like how a man reacts to everything you do. Remember in the beginning of this when Nadia ordered a mimosa and the other guy, I don't know what his name was, he kind of like got all like in a bad attitude because she's ordering mimosas? Like, you gotta watch things like that. You really gotta watch things like that with men. You do. They always show you who they are in the first meeting. I always say that.
There's a lot more flow. There was a lot more movement to the conversation, and it was really special. It felt super nice and very warm.
I was like, wow, there's more match with Vyasar than I could think, you know. That they were really so comfortable that like they were high school friends, and so it was wonderful.
You ready to get some lunch?
They aren't even married yet, but I'm getting freaking emotional. I hope Rashi and Vyasar end up together. They seem like such a good match. They seem so they're just fluid. They're just and Vyasar's like family dynamics is so beautiful. I like his mom too. I think I'm gonna cry. Why do I'd be like ready to cry when I see good people on TV.
Of a girl. He said, Auntie, what is this? I don't want this photograph. She's decked up, she got ready and she has gone to a good photographer. I don't want this. Please send a casual photo of us. If the picture is not good at all, then he said, okay, I don't want to proceed. He has to be flexible.
Mom, she is pretty angry with me. At least this year, I'm at least trying to find some.
The pressure's on, boo-boo. Mom already gave you the evil eyes. Get it together, boy.
I got brownies and stuff for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is what is this now?
Are you still on a diet?
I have to be.
Are you still
Even if I want to eat, I can't eat.
Are you getting ready for the big wedding?
Yes, kind of on the way.
I heard a bunch of stuff. I can never see myself doing an arranged match.
Oh my gosh, his cousin, this girl, she's cute and she's funny. Cause she's like, I heard a bunch of stuff. Tell me the tea. I'm pretty sure she doesn't like Akshay's mom, but she likes Akshay though. She thinks Akshay's a cool cousin. So,
Yeah, and it takes.
What are you, 16?
No, but then.
Pretty boy has brainwashed you.
It's not.
I know this.
No, it's not her. It's not her.
Do you think you're going to be like,
I can't eat brownies. I can't eat the whole thing. Mom will kill me. Like, dude, you're at work. Why does your mom have to know that you eat brownies? And why the fuck is your mom telling you what the fuck to eat? You're a grown-ass man. You're pissing me off. Your cousin's right. You're being brainwashed by Preeti Auntie. Preeti Auntie. Preeti Auntie. Leave Akshay alone. He can't even think without you. Oh my God, this is so sick. Akshay is not ready to get married. Preeti Auntie. Preeti Auntie. Akshay is not ready to get married. Stop it. I'm telling you guys, Akshay needs to be saved. He needs to be saved from his mother. I know everyone hates him because everyone's like, I can't stand Akshay. Akshay gets on my nerves. But jewelry making guy is way more worse than Akshay. Jewelry making guy is basically the nightmare guy. But Akshay, I'm telling you guys, he is a product of what he's been raised by. His mother. He needs to be saved. And he doesn't even know what to do. He doesn't even know that everything he does, his existence is totally wrong. Because he does everything for his mom. Like, he can't even eat brownies because his mom will kill him. His mom will get upset. His mom gets the final say in everything. So this boy, literally from young age, has never gotten the opportunity to make his own choices. I'm waiting for him to just crack and be like, fuck everybody. Don't marry him off. Don't marry him. Any girl. No. And the fact that his mom was like, you need to get married so your brother can have kids. What the fuck? She's even doing family planning. She's like, I'm the mother-in-law and everything is gonna go my way and she needs to follow. Don't marry into this family. Don't marry. I can't believe Sima G is even allowing this. Like, Sima G, if you are like a real matchmaker, when you see psycho Preeti aunties, why would you match any girl with her son? Why would you match any girl in this family? You know that it is wrong. You know this family is psychotic. But why are you doing it?
But like traditional.
Yeah, I don't think I have high expectations. I've had people tell me that, oh, you have really high expectations.
Why do you have high expectations though?
So many proposals, but I'm just like, if it's good, then I'll say yes.
Are you good enough though?
Right.
Sima's like,
Akshay has received 70 or 80 matches. So many good girls have come to him and he cannot decide exactly what he wants.
You ready?
he can't decide exactly what he wants. Akshay has had 70 to 80 matches, which I am appalled by. Like, why does he have 70, 80 matches? Why do people... I need to crack my neck for this one. But, I mean, he can't make decisions, Sima G. He does not know. His mom has to make these decisions for him. He does not know. I guarantee you, if his mom says, pick this girl, he'll, like, try it out. Sima G, your approach is wrong.
I'm ready, yeah.
I'm ready. Ankita has arrived. Ankita is my soul sister. Chalu Society. Team Chalu right here. Exactly. What is it to you? If a woman is modern and independent, what is it to you? What is it to you? Modern and independent women is the vibe. Chalu is a vibe.
My partner needs to let me be the stronger woman that I am today.
Yes, girl.
It's time to be happy. It's time to be equal.
Exactly. Yes. Preeti G is back.
Permanent eyebrow, permanent lipstick, permanent this, everything.
सोने स्किन का कुछ किया दिखता है अब नहीं.
Preeti G just asked. Preeti is Akshay's mom. She just asked a fellow girl. I have no idea who this girl is. Did you do anything to your skin abroad? And the girl was like, nay, no. And she was like, Nakia. Like, so fucking dumb. I have seen aunties do this to other girls, constantly talking about their skin, constantly talking about their looks, constantly talking about everything. And I'm just like, yo, why is it your fucking business? Like, shut up, auntie. Shut up. Like, stop asking stupid questions.
My mom meets her friends over lunch every week. And every week, what they talk about is my marriage. Literally every week.
Because your mom has no other life goals. She gets panicky over her 25-year-old son not getting married? Are you fucking serious? Girl, Preeti, you need life goals. You need other life goals other than your sons. Like, you need to get over your sons and have some personal life goals. Like, come on, girl. It says that every son sees their mom in their wives. Oh my God. Preeti, see, I told you guys, Akshay needs to be saved. Everything that he says comes from his mother. Like, the idea that his wife needs to resemble his mother, that idea is from his mother. That's why I'm not really mad at Akshay. I think Akshay is actually a good, decent, nice guy. If you take his mother out of it and you just let him flourish in the world, like, he would be like an excellent human being if he didn't have influence from his mother. Oh my gosh, save Akshay, you guys. Save him. Oh my God, I'm team Rashi and Vyasar right now. I'm invested in their relationship. It's just the first lunch meeting, but I'm just like, they're so cute. Like, they're so cute. I really hope they get married. I really hope they get married. I mean, I don't know if they're going to get married, but I really hope they do. They're so cute. They're just so cute.
Seeing what I could do with a real challenge, right? Not to go with a Goldilocks route here, but if we're getting 3 beds, the first one is too hard. The second one is supposed to be too soft, but I don't know. We'll see. So, in the veins of serious questions.
Okay.
Since I know you're not leaving till Sunday morning.
He just did a Goldilocks reference. He better not be like, Rashi's not good enough because she's too soft and I'm looking for something just right, which is bed 3. I'll slap him.
You want to go on a second date?
Okay, Sima Ji and Gita. Sima Ji was like, hey, Gita. So Gita is the other matchmaker. She's more of the modern matchmaker. And Sima Ji was like, Gita, we haven't seen each other in so many years. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you don't see your friends all the time. Sometimes you just keep in contact with a friend. Life is busy, right? So I'm not understanding. And then now I understand because Gita is nice. She was like, you got to ask your clients why they want to get married. Are they ready for marriage? She's basically not into the whole forced marriage, marry for responsibility, marry because your society is telling you, like, you really want to have an individual who's ready to get married. Do you know what Sima Ji said? Sima Ji said, chord though. Like, she's like, that's not important. She's like, what's important is what the family wants, Let's talk about, does Sima Ji has kids? I want to know what Sima Ji's like with her kids. Gita is like so classy. She's trying to like hold her composure at the same time give, Sima like some real talk. And Sima is just like, I don't care. Like, whatever you have to say, I don't care, Gita. I'm going to stick to my thoughts. And Gita's like, you got to care about people's personalities. You got to care about the person, not so much the family and the looks and all that craziness. I don't think Sima Ji is a good matchmaker. I'm going to say it. I don't think she's a good matchmaker. I think people should hire Gita. Gita's great. It's competition, y'all. Business is competition. Sima Ji needs to get with the time. She can be left behind. Oh my God. Why is Sima Ji being so horrible to Ankita? It's like, Sima Ji thinks that, honestly, the vibe that Sima's giving me, she feels like Ankita's wants are too much because Ankita's modern. She thinks Ankita is not attractive. She says she's not photogenic because she's trying to say, well, in person she looks better. Like, what is she saying? Like, and she's like, I just don't know what to match her with. She's asking for too much. She wants a tall guy. How dare her? Oh my God. In the Desi community, they think a tall man deserves a fair, skinny, tall girl. I'm not fair. I'm not skinny. And I ain't tall. But I got me a tall, dark, and handsome man. And I'm from the Desi community too. I'm Bangladeshi.
She carries well.
At the end of the day, Sima, a beautiful girl may not even be the right person for most boys because she could be beautiful in face and cold as ice. Once the boys agree to meet her, I'm sure they'll figure out that her personality outshines her beauty.
Gita, I love you. Gita, Gita, Gita. See, I love that Netflix showed both sides. They show the extreme toxicity of the brown culture, but then they also are showing the modern progressive side of the brown culture. Gita, she is the modern progressive, and she's like, beauty is not everything, you guys. Like, it's not. I'm super impressed by Gita. I think she's great, and Sima Ji does not like Gita. Somehow, some way, Netflix was like, we need a second person in here. You're too traditional, Sima. We can't put this out on Netflix because all of the modern Indian kids and the modern Bengali kids and modern Desi kids are going to cancel us. So we need to freshen this up.
I think I end up with douchebags because I feel I can help them out in some way in becoming better human beings. But now I won't settle for it anymore. I've settled enough.
Gita wants... See, that's another thing. When you're a modern woman in the desi community, you feel like you gotta fix everything. You gotta fix everyone. You gotta fix. And Ankita's going through that fix syndrome. So she dates these douchebags because she doesn't even understand how, like, she understands that she's amazing and she's this great person and she's a strong woman, but she feels like she can't have someone that compliments her, because men that compliment her, who are as powerful and as strong-minded, they want something weaker. So it's kind of like what men do to women, and Gita's doing that to men. So she like finds these douchebag men, she wants to fix them and make them like her perfect thing, and yeah, that's not gonna work.
We've been taught togetherness is always really important.
Right. Just remember one thing, Ankita, when you get married, friends, your family, your parents all take a back seat. It's not important for anybody else to like you, because you've got to put your focus and your importance into your new relationships. You could get married to a boy in Delhi and say 3 months down the track, he says, you know what, Ankita, I've got a great opportunity in Timbuktu. Are you going to turn around and say, you know what, I married you because you were in Delhi, I had my friends, my family here, but what will I do in Timbuktu?
I think conversation is really important at that point in time, because
Gita. I love that. Like, she's right. I'm so over this whole two people are not getting married, the families are getting married. What the fuck? No, two people are getting married. Let them build their life, build their family. It should not be so oriented on the outside attachments. I feel like that's why divorce rates are so high, because people are not focusing on the relationships, each other. They're focusing on all the other attachments. You get what I'm saying?
I was building myself. Right?
It doesn't matter.
Not only you, but I benefit as well.
Life is never equal.
Absolutely, but I've spent so many years building myself. Right?
It doesn't matter. I spent 20 years living in one country and I gave it all up like that. So it is our duty as a woman to understand that in a marriage, the woman gives the emotional side of herself much more than the man does.
I was told Gita would be very different. I was told that you would get along with...
See. Gita! Oh, Gita. You failed me. You had this fake modernism in you. They do this. Desi women do this. Desi adults who are older adults. They do this. They try to act progressive and they try to act modern, but there's always a but, and they internalize and they push onto you what they did. Oh, I left 20 years into my marriage. I was having a progressive career. This is what Gita's saying. And I just left like that. Who told you to do that, Gita? Who told you to do that? You couldn't find a different solution with your husband? And just because you do that, now Ankita has to do that? Why? Why is it like that? Maybe Ankita's gonna have a situation where she could talk to her husband and they could work on it. What is going on? I'm so confused. And I'm so upset right now because I feel like I got played. Gita is so wrong for this.
By the end of it, you narrowed down the conversation and your thought process, and you made women feel like inferior objects.
I want to open your mind right now. I can see the fit for you people, but you don't see it.
I felt really sad. I felt disappointed, but I really do want to give it a shot.
I can help you people, is what Gita says. You people. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? I'm trying to help you women who have this false idea that you're superior in society. But I'm going to let you guys know, if you just stay in that inferior place, that society wants to place you in, I could help you. Just don't show people that you're modern. You don't need to tell people that you're modern. The look on Gita's face was just like, it was the same look I had on my face. Gita, you done failed me.
तुम्हारा ख्याल रखने के लिए किसी को लाओ और वही तुम्हारा टिफिन बनाएगी, वही तुमको ब्रेकफास्ट देगी. You have to decide.
हम 25 मतलब जैसे कि बहुत बड़ा है.
Enough of your tantrums, Akshay. Now it's better. You decide fast. फिर मैं हाँ बोल दूँ मेरे पसंद की लड़की से.
कौन है आपकी पसंद?
मुझे तो दोनों तीनों पसंद थी. मुझे उदयपुर की भी पसंद थी, दिल्ली की भी पसंद थी, मुझे कोलकाता की भी पसंद थी. तीनों में से एक बोल दे. 1, 2, 3 बोल.
She acts like girls are just objects. Like girls are like fucking menu choices. You want a grande venti or latte? Like I am speechless. Just tell me 1, 2, 3 bolde. Like what the fuck? I'm very speechless right now. Hi.
Finish karo.
She's like, finish it. She literally wants it in a second. She is a nightmare mother. Whew. Okay, so they left you on a cliffhanger. So Vyasar's dad is basically pretty crazy. And he's traumatized by that, especially being compared to his dad by his mother if he got angry ever. I know how that feels. When parents are divorced, he's a product of a divorced family. My parents are divorced. Every negative thing that they felt about their spouse. So my dad, if I have like a little trait of my mom, he'll say, oh my gosh, you're just like your mother. And my mom does the same thing. Like I'm constantly being held up to their ridiculous personalities. And I totally know what he feels like. It's damaging. It's damaging. Like it's so damaging. And it's like, I want to say something about that. To all divorced children, to all children who are a product of a divorced family, I want you guys to tell your parents next time they compare you to the mom or to the dad or whatever their stupid, petty comparisons are. I want you to tell them, hey mom, or hey dad, I didn't pick my mom or my dad. You picked mom for me. You picked dad for me. So you get to deal with whatever I am. I'm a product of you guys. I didn't get to choose to have you guys as my parents. So stop criticizing me based on your issues because I didn't choose. Right? It's like they chose each other. They chose to have you. So stop letting your parents make it seem like it's your responsibility to stop reminding them of the horrible marriage they had. Every marriage has signs, right? Every marriage has signs of whether it's going to be a good marriage or not, right? Every marriage, the first year of your marriage, you know. The first year of my marriage, I knew if I was going to be able to tolerate Nayara for the rest of my life. Everybody knows, right? So don't let your parents fool you. Don't let them do it. And if you are a parent to kids and you just divorced your person, stop rerunning the episodes for your kids. Stop telling your kids your father's like this. Stop telling your kids your mother's like this. Trust me, the kids watched it all. The kids saw more than you probably saw yourself because you were busy fighting your husband or your wife and you weren't seeing your flaws or his flaws. It was just a war between you guys. But children watch it. They watch it like it's a television show for them. So they don't need you to rerun it for them. Like for reals. Heal yourself. If you're a divorcee, heal yourself. Heal yourself. Okay, I have to say something. I have an opinion. So, you know what? On every episode, the beginning, there's this couple. And most of these couples have been married for 20 to 35 years. Most of them are like in their 30 years of marriage. And they're all so cute. Like, they're so cute. And I think that's what kind of sets the tone of the show, because some of it's just like, what the fuck? And then you start on to the next episode, and then you kind of have this like really cool, cute couple, and they kind of give you the happy story of like, there's hope in marriage. See, this is what you want to be ideal for. This is why you get married, because you're striving to be this 35-year couple. You know, you want that 35-year stamp. So Netflix is very smart. Netflix, you are very, very smart. Okay, you guys, Rupam has entered. She is Punjabi Sikh. She's super cute. I love her relationship with her dad. Like, she's kind of cute. He's kind of like hot-headed Punjabi guy, and she kind of like lingers around him. And I mean, she kind of gets annoyed with him. I know what it's like to have that. I have a hot-head dad. And it's like you love your dad, and then they love you too. But then it's just like, but she's a divorcee. I like that Netflix showed that, because it's showing this and showing her feelings. She says she feels like a failure because she couldn't make her divorce work. And I see this happen a lot, like mostly a lot in the Desi community with anyone who's divorced, but a lot in the Desi community, especially this Desi community. The Desi community makes you feel like if you're a divorcee, you're stained. So you should also be paired with another divorcee. So I'm really interested to see if they pair her with a divorced man, because she's divorced. I hope. I just really want to see. I really want to see this. And I just want anyone to know, if you have walked out of a marriage that didn't work out, don't blame yourself. You got to let it go, and you got to move forward. Not everything in life is your fault. Sometimes things just don't work out. Forgive yourself and move forward. Because if you don't forgive yourself and move forward, you're not going to be able to move forward. So forgive yourself, okay? Forgive yourself. I'm getting emotional for Rupam. I hope that's how you say her name. She's saying the stigma of being a single mother. Like, she said that she didn't realize at the time of divorce. So is she trying to, because Sima said marriages are breaking like biscuits. What the fuck? Infidelity is a reason to walk out. You know, when you are in a marriage where there's infidelity, it is very toxic. Especially if you have kids also involved, it is very toxic. It's very toxic for two individuals to heal from that. You know what I mean? From infidelity happening in a marriage. Like, they need to have the space that they need. But it's hard because you got to raise your kids. Plus you got to be married. Then you got to, fix this whole infidelity thing, and you got to work through that. And the fact that Rupam said, dang, I didn't know it was going to be that hard because of the stigma of being divorced, the stigma of being a single mother, I might as well have stayed with the cheater. And that's what they will feed you. The Desi community, especially for me personally, in the Bangladeshi community, I've been through this, and they basically said, you're going to ruin your life if you divorce. Wow. So stay with someone that's horrible?
That's good. Good job. Divorce is not common in the Sikh community. Marriage has a really, I think, sacred purpose. The husband and wife are really working together to attain enlightenment. And so there is a stigma to divorce. I want to be a role model for her and have a stable family. And what I really want for myself is someone who can be committed to myself and my daughter.
I love this. I love it. I love that the stigma of divorce is just such a difficult thing. And then I don't understand the Desi community. It's like you force these young babies, Akshay's mom, 25-year-old kid, forcing him into a marriage, and then there's a stigma to divorce. It's like, even if your marriage doesn't work, stick to it. Like, I think we should just stop rushing into marriage. How about that? Genius idea. Stop rushing into marriage. Stop it. Take your time. Get to know yourself. Get to know the person. I feel like if society worked on themselves and not rushing into marriage, not rushing into kids, we'd have a better society. I definitely think that.
In India, it's very difficult for a divorce to get married, and with a child. Your bedroom?
Actually, this is my daughter's bedroom.
Because the other person has to accept her with a kid.
So as you can see, her favorite color is purple.
Wow. If anybody comes to me with a child, I mostly don't take that case because it's a very tough job for me to match them. Now, what type of...
Sima ji. She literally doesn't take divorcees and doesn't take anybody that has children because it's too tough to match them. Then what's the purpose of your matchmaking skills, Sima? Sima G, you just failing me. You failing me this whole show. Like there are moments where I start liking Sima G. I'm like, oh, Sima G. And then there's moments where I'm just like, yeah, no. I can't like you. She's like the auntie you hate, but then moments of love happens. You know what I mean? It's like moments of humanity you see in her, and then you're like, oh, maybe I was wrong about you. And then she starts talking, and you're like, no, I was completely right about you. Okay, so another thing about love marriages in the Desi community, right? So if you tend to do a love marriage and not an arranged marriage, and say if that love marriage doesn't work out, right? You are literally scarred times 2, times 10, because you decided to do a love marriage and then that didn't work out. So we're all right, arranged marriages work out. You should have just let your parents pick your man for you. Like, you get ridiculed even more. But my thing is, how is a love marriage for an individual from the Desi community supposed to work out? We're literally not allowed to date. We're literally like dating other people behind our parents' backs. We're not telling them. We're not getting developed. Nobody's talking to us about what's the correct thing that you'll find in a man. Nobody's giving us like fuckboy like cues or set signs like, hey, girls, so if a man has these traits, he's probably a fuckboy. If a man does this, he's probably cheating. Like, nobody does that. And at the same time, we don't even get treated or like taught how to be confident in the choices that we make towards a man. Like, there's so much damaging problems here. Like I can go on a full rant about this. Just full rant. Like, if you love marriage and that love marriage fails, you go against your family and you marry a boy that your family doesn't want you marrying. It's crazy. Like, even with me and my husband, they told us not to get married. Well, they told Nayar not to marry me. And it's like they're almost waiting for mine's and Nayar's marriage to fail. Mine's and my husband's marriage to fail because we were a love marriage. People are like, for years have been waiting for our marriage to fail because we're a love marriage. Like, literally, the Desi community anticipates for love marriages to fail. It's like insane.
You see, Rupam, because a divorcee with a kid.
Here we go.
So don't mind.
Don't mind.
Like, it's a fact of life, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Right. You will get less options.
You'll get less options, so you have to compromise.
And you have to adjust it.
You'll get less options, so you have to compromise and adjust. Okay? Mind you how she always tells the girls to compromise and adjust. Compromise and adjust. Compromise and adjust. Okay, Sima G, you need to quit your job. Quit it. Do something else.
Your options are very less. Yeah.
I feel so bad for Rupam. No, your options are not very less, girl. Your options are not very less. Your options are not very less. Your options have to be extremely selective because you have a daughter and you have to be very careful on who you pick. And so the fuck what? That's not a problem. Oh, but your options are not very less because you're divorced and with a child. Your options are very selective because you are a single mother with an amazing daughter and you have a responsibility towards yourself and your daughter to picking the right guy. And you know what? I feel like Sima G's biodatas are not going to be filled with good men for you. I really don't. I think she's the wrong person for you, Rupam. No. So Ankita was sent a divorced man, which is not a problem. He's divorced. That's okay. But uninformed Ankita did not tell Ankita that he's a divorcee. That's not fair. That is not fair. They're literally treating Ankita like she's nothing. Like she doesn't deserve, like she's unworthy of the truth, or she's unworthy of like a good person. Not that Sitich isn't a good person, but you know what I mean, right? Like, it's kind of like, we're gonna toss you a guy and if it works out, it works out. And I feel like I don't know what to say.
You have any questions for us, you can ask.
Preeti Ji, trying to be fake right now.
हमारी मम्मी जो बनने वाली है ये बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट है और मैं एकदम फ्री हूँ.
ऐसे अक्षय को इतना नहीं लगता है ऐसे.
क्या?
मैं तो अक्षय को बहुत चीजें अलाउ कर देती हूँ.
वो तो तेरा एकदम ममा's boy है ना, वो एकदम फेवरेट चाइल्ड है.
ऐसा कुछ
उसको 7 गुने माफ है
ऐसे
उसको.
कुछ.
Oh my god, Akshay's dad literally exposed Akshay and was like, he's a mama's boy. Akshay's dad is low-key letting the girl know, you should run, girl, don't accept this proposal, say no, I don't want to marry Akshay. And Akshay's mom's looking at him like, why are you trying to ruin this moment for us? Why are you trying to expose? She doesn't need to know what we're really like. Let her think that we're super free and liberal, but we're really not. Don't let her know that I'm a controlling psycho mother-in-law. Just let her come. And then I'll let her know who's the boss. Radhika, you better run.
बल्कि अब वही मेरा ख्याल रख लेता है.
And Radhika should have seen the sign because Preeti said, I let Akshay do things. I let Akshay do things. She didn't say, I'm not controlling. I'm not strict. I let him do things. He doesn't think I'm a problem. He thinks I'm amazing. Oh, Akshay got a little uncomfortable. He's like, you're fucking it up for me, Dad.
What are you exactly searching for in your life partner?
The one whom I can share my feelings with.
Oh.
That was so awkward. Preeti, Akshay's mom, asked Radhika, what are you looking for in a partner? And she says, well, someone I can share my feelings with. You know, what is she going to say? That's like such an on-the-spot moment with everybody staring at you, right? So it's a very on-the-spot moment. And she was like, oh, you have feelings? Preeti was like, oh, you have feelings? Well, those feelings aren't going to matter in my household. Isar just talked about his toxic dad. Oh my gosh. Do I not relate to this? I relate to Isar so much. Like having toxic, crazy, psychotic parents that just don't fit into society norms and you are a product of that. And then people treat you differently because you're a product of a psycho dad, a dad that plans to murder his ex-wife. Like now if he shares that story with Sima, Sima's going to be like, absolutely not. I'm not going to find any girl for you because you come from a horrible family. So it's so sad because he becomes isolated for the actions of his parents. But like I keep telling people, we didn't choose the parents we have. We're a product of them. And I definitely think the definition of a person should not be the family they come from. People can change. People can better themselves. Sima said that she sees a lot of Ankita. So Ankita's the modern Desi girl who owns a denim brand. She has a denim startup. And she was just telling Simaji how Gita did her wrong. Gita, you did her wrong, okay? And then Simaji's like, I see myself in Ankita, smart, independent. Okay, Simaji's weird. I don't know what's her problem. So she wants to help her and find her like the perfect match. And she's going to send her on a life coach because Ankita needs a life coach. Ankita's maybe the one person that doesn't need a life coach. What is going on here? Simaji did the typical thing. She took Rupam and she has a daughter and she paired her with a divorced man with a daughter. It's like 2 and 2 match, right? Which, I mean, I don't mind it. I'm okay with that, but she did the typical thing. You know what I mean? And it just reinforces the stigma of divorcee. If you're divorced, you can't find a happy life. And if you're going to find a happy life, you have to go with another divorcee. So, I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
How long you was married with the first wife before?
Some 3-4 years, I think so.
3-4 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So why he divorced his first wife?
Due to some personal, the wavelength didn't match, that way.
She was professional or what? Why? What happened? Why?
That is his past life. That is gone. Why should we
want to discuss their past bad experiences?
I just want for your purpose to know, and for our purpose, we don't have to tell.
I think you dropped that ex-wife thing, na, Sab.
Well, another question is, his ex-wife was American or Indian?
She was American.
Uh-huh.
Rupam's dad. He's funny and he's just a dad. He wants to know like This guy's divorced. I want to know why his wife divorced him. I want to know the problems. My daughter already went through a divorced situation and her husband was an infidel. Like, he cheated on her, and I want my daughter to have something better. But Miss Sima Ji is like, drop the other wife. Drop the ex-wife. We don't care about those things. I think you should care. I think you should care. I think everyone should talk to the ex-wife and ask, why'd you leave him? Sima Ji got handed. She got handed by Rupam's father. Rupam's father was like, hell no. No. Okay, Rupam. Desperation always brings the horrible situation. Being alone is not a bad thing. It's not. It's not. Finding the wrong person is a bad thing. And finding the wrong person because you don't want to be alone is the bad thing. Be patient and find the right person. That's what needs to happen.
I've had massive insecurity issues. People would come and tell me that you're never going to find anybody because you have to lose some weight. So that played a very, very big part in how I lost my confidence completely in even trying to approach a man.
I feel like all of her requirements for a man was very superficial. She's like, why are they being superficial towards me? But then she's being superficial towards them. But I think it just comes from top behavior. Like, that's the most traumatic thing in her life that's happened to her, that she's been constantly judged on her appearances. So now she's superficial towards everyone else. So I think she does. I think Sima might have been right. I think it's good that she went to a life coach, but I hate siding with Sima. Sima's never right, even though she is in this situation. She said she wants to be a working woman. So Akshay and Radhika are sitting down together now, and they're having their like first little meeting. And Radhika says, I want to be a working woman. And Akshay's face was like, you didn't put that in your biodata. You did not put in your biodata that you want to be a career woman. He's so scared right now. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how he's going to tell his mom this ain't going to work out. I think he's trying to be careful because he just wants to bring someone that's going to please his mother so he could just get away with things and just like, here, mom, I brought you a trophy. I brought you a pet, mom. Keep your pet and leave me alone. Okay. But if he picks the wrong pet, then that becomes his problem more than anything. So he's like, I need to pick the right pet. And a working woman is not the right pet for Preeti Ji.
I don't want to remain idle, like sitting at home doing nothing.
Yeah. I would want my future partner to do the same things in the house that my mom does, because I'm not like that. And if she's busy with her work, who's gonna take care of the kids and all?
So you wanna...
Akshay. He's such an idiot. He's such an idiot. So Sima and Vyasar talked about his father's history, and she gave great advice. She told him to be honest with Rupali. I think that's her name. I can't. It's too many names. I'm really bad at names. I can't keep up. And I think that was great advice with Sima. Like, she gave him good advice, and I love that she sees the good nature in him, and she wants a good girl for him. So I'm telling you, I think Sima Ji is just a very confused person. She deals with too many clients, so she's probably losing her mind. Okay, so I'm on episode 8 now, you guys. The first scene was Akshay and Radhika talking on the phone. Akshay has no game. He kept saying, and what's up? And what's up? And what's up? And he's like, yeah, our conversations are awkward. Akshay, you are awkward. You can't even hold a good conversation with anybody. Everything is, yeah, obviously, what's up? Everything's very, like, weird. I wonder maybe if his mom's very well spoken in English. Maybe he expresses things better in Hindi or something. I don't know. But he definitely is not a good conversationalist, but he's blaming it on the girl. Like, no. He's so awkward. I hate Akshay. He's so annoying. Why is height such a big issue? Height itni achi thi. Height was so good. Height. What the hell is up with that? Like, Indians are usually short, especially Indian females. Like, most of us are petite and short. I am super upset that Radhika is okay with Akshay and Akshay saying yes to Radhika. Radhika, I really want to know. I'm invested. If Radhika marries Akshay, I want to know how her marriage life goes. Like, I want to be able to go to some type of tea party with her and like just sitting there. And then I want to know what her real opinions are on Preeti Ji. I just want to know. I want to know. I'm invested. Okay, so Rupam, she definitely has some work to do. I like her. I like that she's progressive. I like that she's forward. I don't like the desperation so much. She's like, I made us Insta official, but he has not. And I'm like, okay, so question that. Question that. I have a problem with that. I hate when men don't, a woman's always like, let's make us Insta official. I think you need to let a man make you Insta official. Why are women always doing that? We live in a society where men are openly cheating on their women and all this stuff. Like, don't get progressiveness twisted. Don't. Let a man tell you if he's serious or not. I'm sorry. Yes, we are a society that women are modern, but don't get played. If you have the courage and modern mentality to make yourself Insta official with a man before he does his, make sure you have that conversation. I feel like two people together should make that decision. Like, hey, you know what? I want to make us Insta official, right? That's how the conversation should go. Like, hey, you know, she tells her dude, I want to make us Insta official, which is important. I think in today's society, that's important because I've seen a lot of men be married and not have pictures of their wives on their Instagram and like trying to act like they single on Instagram. So I think it's important. I think it's important to be Insta official, but it should be a joined conversation. If he's not comfortable with it yet, he's not ready to do that yet, then that's okay. Give him the time that he needs, give him the space that he needs to do it. I definitely think there needs to be a deadline because you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste his time, and the communication should be open. If there comes a time where he's not Insta official, he needs to, the first time it could be like, hey, I'm not ready. The second time it could be like, he's going to need to have a reason. So if you're not ready to be Insta official with me, then we're not ready for this relationship. There are signs, read the signs, follow the signs, talk about the signs. Do not brush things under the rugs. And I think Rupam is, she's intense. Okay, so we're now on the Ankita, we're talking about Ankita. She's basically saying she's kind of adjusted to her lifestyle and she likes basically being and embracing that she's a modern, financially independent woman and her company is her baby. I mean, I resonate with her because I feel like that. I feel like my profession sometimes is my baby and we're criticized as women for putting profession first, family second. We get criticized majorly about it. But for some people, that's really like a joy. I get a joy out of creating content, creating my businesses, creating my products. Like, I get joy out of it. And I understand where she's coming from. And to be criticized for that is very hard. And I'm glad that Ankita has came far and she's like, I've accepted it and I'm here for it.
I think I found my center point that grounds me. So I've been watching Friends on a daily basis.
Okay, so I hate like comparing people, but Rupam lives in America, Ankita lives in India. Totally different women, totally different scenarios, but the mentality like Ankita needs to be friends with Rupam and like influence Rupam to have like a less desperate personality. I'm sorry. That's my okay. I love that Ankita chose herself and her career, and she just said, when the time's right, someone good will come for me. That is such a good mentality. Yes, Ankita. I love that. I love that the life coach helped her understand that she was having this fear and desperation towards, you know, marriage and stuff like that. And she's like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on my career. And if the right man comes, then he comes, right? Sima, in the end, she ends up, I can't remember the girl's name, but she's basically from San Diego, and she starts giving her the craziest. Sima gave her 95 out of 100 to find the perfect man, and her selection is upper hand because the girl was tall, slim, and athletic looking, or I don't know. Sima sits down and asks her, what do you want out of a man? And this girl had the most particular reasons and things like, oh, a man has to be taller than me if I wear my 5-inch heels. Like, she had the most typical, like, I've heard my friends and girlfriends and other women say these criterias, and every time they say, I had the same reaction as Sima G had, like, okay, so are we not going to talk about personality? Are we not going to talk about, like, real shit that makes the marriage matter? And she just kind of, like, does her blinking, and she's like, okay, I guess. And then she said, the show ended with them saying it's a tough job to be a matchmaker. I mean, yeah, Sima G, it is tough, but you were only successful with one, and that was a typical family of Akshay. They didn't show what happened to Rupali. I think there might be a season 2. If there's a season 2, that would be cool, because, like, I mean, I want to know what's going to happen with all the other couples. So let's see. It seems like there might be a season 2. It's a very popular show on Netflix. So overall, I think it was a great show. It was really fun to react to everything. The show has a lot of stereotypes, so don't believe everything you see on this show. Indians are not all like this. The Dutch community is not all like this. We brown folks definitely have a lot of problems, but don't let Netflix define what you think Indian people are. Also, there's a lot of misogynistic ideas in this show. I definitely think Sima G has a lot of learned views of misogyny, and that's very unfortunate. But was it entertaining? Sure it was. Anyways, if you guys want to see me do any more reaction videos to anything, let me know. I thought this was a fun reaction video. I was very invested, and I thought it would be fun to react and talk. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.